Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway from the Superdome. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. In motion right is Thomas. Dalton right to the air. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling the back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort. Turn it into a successful play.
And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Looking long for Thomas. And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
They'll try on 4th. Here's Dalton. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
Well, short of them returning it for a pick 6, that was about the worst start you could ask for in this one because your advantage of getting the ball first is gone, and they're set up a short distance from your end zone. Now you're counting on your defense to prevent a touchdown, and your offense, you better be ready to come out swinging on the next series.
And they'll begin by running the option. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. An option handoff here to Dobbins. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. From the 5, 2nd and 4. Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. J.K. Dobbins, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He's got a man, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Beating him there with his legs. 21 yards, first down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Play action. Now Jackson on the move to his left. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. To throw here, Dalton. Pass complete. Finds Thomas going across the middle. Dalton, 1st and 10. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. Past the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 76 yards. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying up this ballgame. Lutz good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw. Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. (7-7) our score after 1. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jackson going to keep it running right. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Throwing is Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up the 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. throwing out left and finding Likely. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Buying time to his left. And the incompletion there, so that breaks a string of 5 straight hookups. It also leads to a 4th down.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now it's 3rd and 3. And Dalton to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Ravens are going to... Possession of the football. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action with Jackson. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and trying not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Play action. It's Jackson. Going up top. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the 1st down. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake, 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Dalton. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Oh, the return is Prochet. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
They go play action now. Jackson. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Jackson going to hold on to it again. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He sets to fire deep. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Saints are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. He's going to try and go deep again. And this is caught. Touchdown, Saints. Chris Olave, 43 yards. And the Saints will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead is now 14 to 10. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. From his end zone, here comes Justice Hill. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball.
Oh, for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Slot man moves right.
93, 52, 93, 44, 44. Here you go.
To try again after the sack. Dalton flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Dalton here from the gun. That pass complete to Deontay Hardy. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it. On 2nd and 10, Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
Jackson's throw pulled in by Robinson here. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Jackson will throw again. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down.
trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. That's caught inside the 20. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A loss of 2 there, second down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
On second down, a run to Dobbins. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. So they're coming up here on the 9th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and goal. Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
John Harbaugh thought about it. Now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. That's caught at the 1. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. They didn't want the tie. They roll the dice and they take the lead.
That felt like a tone setter, didn't it? Forget tying the ball game and feeling like we're just hanging with you. We're going to go ahead and push it to a 1-point lead, and that just changes the complexion of the whole game.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. Oh, what a juke into space. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 25 yards, the pickup there, and also a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Dobbins will take this into the end zone. It's a Ravens touchdown. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, Most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. So they try to make it a 2-score game with a conversion. It pays off.
And they've looked at the situation, figured it out well. A 2-score game in this situation, they've got to feel much better about where they are.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Now Thomas will come in motion right. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. The first down throw coming for Dalton. Here's Johnson with a reception. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. In motion right is Thomas. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Dalton, 1st and 10. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And the Ravens will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
A give, Dobbins trying the right side. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
A gain of 16 yards. And a Raven first down.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time.
DC, ready?
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson rolling to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Hey, middle.
Play action. Now Jackson. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
The Ravens on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. Throwing is Jackson. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down. So here comes Justin Tucker in a big spot. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the fourth.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
93, 52, 93.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Dalton eluding the pressure right toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and it's going to be a first down. Well done.
It's a gain of 18.
1st and 10 for Dalton. Flush to his right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Dalton off play action. And my goodness, another interception. And the Ravens are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. But to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback.
He's got a man complete. The 30, 10, 5, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman, 93 yards. And the Ravens have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
You said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass, so you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Oh, he fakes a spike. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
To throw here, Dalton. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Play fake. Here's Dalton. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Rolling to his right. And now here is another interception. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. There he goes left side. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. On the counter now, it's Dobbins. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. 57 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. 4th down. Here's Jackson. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now here's the option play going left. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And they'll work this down inside the 30. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. A little insult to injury here late in the game. This one from 46 yards out. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. It's do or die for Dalton. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man complete. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win the game.